Well, hi everybody. I am Marie Westmoreland, and I'm really humbled and honored to be here today. Thank you for being part of my journey. I spent 20 years in the Air Force. I was one of the top people in the Air Force in human resources. I was always winning awards. I was always competing. 20 years working in human resources, that I would go back working for our government. And one of the first things that I noticed in the VA system was nepotism. And that's not a word that's commonly used today, but nepotism is when family and friends get hired by management, which is absolutely illegal. And I noticed that with my background. And I told you I had 4 degrees, most of them in HR and management. Well, I noticed that and I spoke out. And of course, when you speak out in most government agencies, you might pay a high price. And yes, I did. So I was harassed, and they even tried to fire me. Then I noticed the bullying. For anybody that spoke up, I noticed a lot of them were exiting, leaving. They were getting bullied. So I spoke up, and I talked to the management about their personnel practices, which were prohibited personnel practices. I was met with resistance, retaliated against. So I turned them into the Office of Special Counsel, which is up in Washington, D.C. They did nothing. I did not stop. I'm not a quitter. I'm stubborn. If anybody knows me, I'm very stubborn and very strong.
You touched on bullying a little bit. Can you just elaborate a little bit for you what you feel your message is around workplace bullying and what you're going to give people in that?
Okay, great question. The thing is, there's a lot of people that feel strong and they have that strong will to stand up against injustice and bullying. Here's the problem. Most of them do not know where to start. And I will always say that I was the absolute perfect person to go through this because, one, I have 20 years in the Air Force. I have a lot of strength in me. And I'm a woman of faith. So with a background in HR, I knew everything I was doing. In fact, I even sent emails to the director and all the staff, telling them that they're harassing me, that has affected my mental and physical health. And that was important because I was documenting it. So it's very important for people to know it's not enough just to speak up. You've got to have an ally. You've got to have a support system.
Can you give us 3 tips that you feel are important?
Yeah, if you're ever dealing with workplace bullying, one of the first things that you want to do is you want to document. What does documenting mean? It means keeping up with emails. It means keeping up with records. I purposely, would send emails to the management above and tell them, the harm that was happening to me. And then sometimes I would get derogatory comments back, and I recorded that. I never emailed it at home, knowing my email was being monitored. Then second, self-care. I will fully admit that I was obsessed with holding these people accountable. If you don't have good balance in your life, whether that's meditation, walking, golf, whatever, you're going to be just totally upset. And the third thing is you have to believe in yourself more than other people believe in you. Because when you go through this, they're going to try to tear you up. They're going to try to tear you down. And the Veteran Affairs, attorneys, looked at every angle, to make me look weak or to, make me disempowered. So those are the 3 tips that I would offer to anybody.